The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sounds like a usual weekend for me, that does. Wake up in the evening. Well, noon, whatever. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window I can already see some people by the summer booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low quality food. Ah, that familiar dialogue. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder out and spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others. So I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone's doing something. And again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. No feminist allowed sign. And with the girls, feminist crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens at a crack. Up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. You know, it makes me think of that freaking, like, ages ago when I said about Project Eva F2. Like, again, I've mentioned it again a million times. I'm not going to help here, but I'm still gonna maybe make some clips on. Well, I've already made clips for it, but you get the idea, you know. And I've mentioned, like, Kenji, you know, potential ideas for that. I still haven't got around to that. I just either A, can't be asked, or simply just never, like, got the time. It's either one of the two, usually. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing, was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half school's out there already. Oh, well, why? What? What? It's today's special. Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? Suddenly looks more alarms. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? Have my curtains closed at all times to spot snipers. It's the festival. You know that, right? Ah, shit. That's the day. Damn it, the cat is looking at me like I'm an idiot. Which isn't technically untrue, I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fork finished yet. This is bad. This is gonna be a very, very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is gonna be a bad day. Why? The cat is still looking at me. Wait, no. Now you're starting to look like the other cat now, with the lazy eyes. Oh man, they're gonna be everywhere. The people outside my window, socializing. Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. Well, you know, honestly, I wouldn't like that either. I mean, can you imagine you just sitting there, lying there, wherever, and all you can hear is just people chatting outside? I mean, that would get annoying, wouldn't it? Just like, you know, it's just like, Heck, even if you're doing something, it's just like, maybe you're watching something and all you can hear in the background is, like, shut the fuck up! Kenji rubs his temples nervously and looking very ill. It's gonna be loud as hell. Damn, now it's gonna go out today. Now it's ruined. Everything's ruined. Is it awful? This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You can even say he's mentally freaking out. I can't believe this. That's what today was. Damn, I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. Should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but you could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today. The weather's even good. If it was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. No, I can't do it. He'll eat me alive out there. I know it. That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face, relatively straight. What are you gonna do? We should hang out here. In here. You can help me build my fort. Might still make it if we work together. I don't know, I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. The class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see it at least one and chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project? Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, man. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. That's expected of blind people. What? The way that sounds like something you'd like. Well, yeah, it's a response in general, really, but it's so used to on the internet. I've seen posts of people like screen captured an image from a social media site or something, and someone says something completely absurd, and then someone just responds with what, or rather what with a U, you know, typical kind of let's not spell it correctly because internet or stuff like that, you know. That's what it makes me think of. That is a genuine, like, what? Besides, I thought that you were also... He holds up his hand to interrupt me. Only legally. Metaphorically, I could see further than any man before me at sea. Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement, pressing his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just a corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same. I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one, unless the threat of women is stifled. They're everywhere. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, and then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. Now the perfect thing for that. How much prepare now? Don't go on festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closed through a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a store belonging to the class next to ours, I took a seat in our school gardens and watched people pass as I tenderly nibble away at the rather bland tasting item. I guess I shouldn't complain, it spared nothing and didn't cost much. Wait. Was it? I think it might have been takoyaki. That this one character in Katawa, and he also makes an appearance in Katawa Shoujo 2. This one takoyaki old man that runs a stall, takoyaki stall, and they apparently have a bland generic taste to it, and he's just really random character. I don't know, it just made me think of that. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than nothing, it didn't cost much. As I look out towards the school, watching the people coming and going through the surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. Little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper around in a din from event to event. One hand dragging the company and the other bearing an oversized colorful snack. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly, something that I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives and ardently refuse to leave, and those want to live out the rest of their days in one of the increasingly few tranquil places. I guess that also goes a way to explain how conservative Yamaku's school culture seems to be. But I mind one bit, I kind of like how calm Yamaku and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting. Down at the hottest part of the days here. Oh, I hate that. What? Gah! 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 What did you say before gah? I'd better get moving if you didn't even get to finish your line. It was interrupted by the bell. The sound of the Gullian bells took me completely by surprise. I stand up, a reaction shared by a few of the people strolling around as well. The PA system crackles to life after the tolling bells end. Its age shows as the principal makes a fairly intelligible announcement over it, officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. It's quite amusing to contrast the pleasant smiles of the older folk against the alternately pained and bored grimaces of their younger Apologies. The students, on the other hand, seem to pay little heed. Nevertheless, as the address finally ends, all are unified in polite, if not overly enthusiastic, applause, and then get back to the business. Slip my hand in my pocket to look as relaxed as possible. I casually glance around for something to do. It's somewhat difficult to see very far with all the people around. I decide to fall back on a tried and trusted rule. Go where everyone else seems to be gathering. Right now, there's the school courtyard and surroundings. Throwing the usual plate into a trash can, I make my way towards the school building. Seeing a number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building surprised me. Quite a few of the classes must have opted to have multiple stalls. Deciding which to visit first, I catch sight of a familiar banner with a blue pattern border and red decks. Blue stall is as good a place to start as any. I'm curious as to how it's going. After all the work she and her class have been doing for it. Stepping up to it, I begin to see why the class took so long to organize everything. Easily twice as wide as many of the other stalls, and with equipment for cooking strewn everywhere. It's closer to an outdoor restaurant than a festival event. The student in front of me takes the bowl of noodles and leaves. I walk up to the counter. The girl behind it seems quite exasperated and asks me to wait a moment before she disappears underneath the counter. Seizing the moment, I take a quick glance around. Steam seems to be arising from everywhere as pots and pans simmer away. The most blind of the students are unpacking ingredients while being helped by someone who is probably the teacher of 3-2. It doesn't take long to notice Lily among them. Talking with the teacher as she quickly counts out the boxes and packets with her fingers. From her expression and the fact that both she and the teacher seem to be in a state of mild confusion, it appears that there's been some problem in coordination. Before I can stay any longer, the girl behind the counter pops up again, only to look back and ask where the spare change box is. Lily pauses for a moment before she and the girl switch places at the counter, and the teacher quickly walks off somewhere. Sorry about that, we're having a few problems. What would you like? Takes me a second to remember what I come here for. My eyes quickly dart to the side to read the menu sitting on the counter. Oh, I guess some miso soup. Is that Hisao? Yep, looks like they're pretty busy. Her face all but confirms it as she drops her waitress aside. Somewhere along the line, our order got mixed up. We're trying to fix it now, but it looks like we only have half of what we needed. Wouldn't serving smaller portions cover over the problem? It seems like that's what we'll have to do, though I wish we didn't. The fact that's a good half of our class is gone doesn't help either. I glance behind her to see how many people were actually operating the stall. Is he gonna think, Kenji? Why? Well, we know why he ditched it. His conspiracy thing and all that. Wait a second. Ooh, no. Damn it! Son of a bitch. I recognize that one. And not those. Son of a bitch. That's trouble, man. Cause like, you still got the kanji and all that, or wherever it's pronounced as. What is that one though? Let me check. At least freaking get some translation on this shit. Let's see. Okay, that character is... If I can just find it. Okay. No, that's not it. Pretty sure it's hiragana that is, isn't it? So that's... Oh? I'm not sure how that one's pronounced, because I didn't... I remember counting this the other day, it's like 70 or something freaking characters, really, altogether. And the one I learned on the course was like up to 40 something, so it didn't include like 20 or so other ones. Wait, actually, no, it is. Actually, no, that's a different one, actually. Son of a bitch! Oh no, that's Bo, actually. That's confusing, man. Like, you see this right here? Like, there's a character that's exactly the same, but doesn't have this. And then there's another one that's this, but that's a circle instead. 3 characters three totally different characters that have the same freaking look to it, just slightly different. What a pain in the ass. I glance behind and I see how many people are actually on it. So if that's Bo, then what? No, those are different characters. So third, it couldn't be over about 8. I take it that's why your teacher left? That's right, she's going to try and round up a few more of our classmates to help. Hearing the sound of footsteps behind me, I stealthily glance backwards to see an elderly couple taking a place in the line. I guess I better stop loitering around and chatting. Here's the money for the soup. Soup? Oh, right, coming right up. Lily turns and calls for a bowl of miso soup as I hand over the money for it. Take the coins in her palm, I can't help but notice how efficiently she counts them out with her long, pale fingers. Eventually satisfied that I've handed over the correct change, she puts it into a small metal tray. I wonder what it must be like with, I don't really know much about yen and all that, essentially Japanese currency. But they've obviously got notes as well. So how would it work out for someone who's blind for that? Is there a certain feel to the different notes? I don't know. It isn't long before the soup is made and carefully handed to her, after which she turns and subsequently passes it to me. Thanks, I'll come back to drop off the ball. Thank you, Hisao. Oh, there is one other thing. Have you seen Hanako? Hanako? No, not today. Why? She gives a small sigh of abject disappointment. It's okay, I was just wondering what you were doing for the festival. We'll come back when you're done then. Sure, I'll keep an eye out for Hanako too. Thank you, Hisao. I walk off from the stall and find a seat, carefully cradling a streaming wooden barrel in both hands. Compared to the dumplings from before, this is quite nice. A little cool compared to what it probably should be, perhaps, but the flavor is enough to cover for that reasonably well. As I drink, I can't help but feel somewhat guilty for not being as involved in the festival as the others. It can't really be helped, considering I was dropped into school only a week ago, but it still weighs heavily on my mind. That and the fact that a few students don't really seem to be enjoying the festival as much as the visitors. Eventually, I finish my bowl and leave for the stall to drop it off. Considering that there seems to be no line at all, I take my time walking up. Seems the teacher's mission paid off. There are now over a dozen students helping. Much of the unpacking has been done. Despite most of them seeming quite relaxed as they work, Lily still appears to be somewhat stressed. Right, I know what I'll do. Even if it's just one person, I'll make the festival more enjoyable for her. So I place the ball on the counter, I call out to Lily. Is this where it, gets different then? Because we've steadily seen the scene before where he interacts with Lily, but then he eventually went off to spend time with Hanako at the library, I think, or something like that, for Hanako's route. Lily's route we're going for, so it's going to be different, isn't it? Ah, Hisao, you brought it back. Yeah, here. I slide it into her hands and she takes it over to someone who is apparently on cleaning duty. Considering that I didn't see them here before, it's probably a pen plea for their tardiness. Hey, Lily. She perks up and returns to the counter as she hears my voice again, realizing I'm still here. Want to go see some more of the festival? Well, I don't think I've seen that expression on her face before. She puffs her cheeks disapprovingly. Looks kinda cute, and in complete contradiction to her usual reserved nature. Indeed. Like I said, I haven't played for Lily's route, so it's the first time I've even seen her with that facial expression before. That's new. It takes a few seconds for me to get what she's taking issue with. Whoops. I didn't mean to. Lily giggles at me, exposing her teasing for what it is. You're still not used to this girl, are you? She got me. Still, I kind of need to stay with our store. It's taken until now just, to even get everything unpacked. I guess her reluctance shouldn't overly surprise me, considering how much work she's put into it. Yes. Everything seems to be running fine now, though. Besides, I've got extra help on hand anyway. The boy in the middle of cooking some soba noodles turns towards us grinning. Go on, Lils, you've earned yourself a break. We can hold down the fort for now. Lils. That's new, isn't it?
If you say it's okay, then I suppose so. But if you need any help...
Then we'll call you. Go on, we'll be fine. Lily finally gives up her resistance as he waves a spatula at her. She wheels her way around the back of the stall and picks up her cane on the way. I guess the first thing we should do is look for Hanako. Lily seems kind of worried about her, and I doubt she'd be the kind of person to enjoy miling about in crowds like this all alone. So I guess we should search for Hanako. Where to first?
We'll first go quiet for a moment to think.
Maybe she's in her dorm room.
I doubt it. She doesn't keep too many things in there, so she'd have nothing to do. I think
It's obvious where she is.
Ah, the library!
As good a place as any to search for an avid reader, I suppose. Have we seen her smile like that before? I'm not sure. The library it is. We'll check there first, then. Aside from the muffled sounds of the crowd seeping in from outside, the inside of the school seems almost deserted. In order to make sure everyone had enough room, you know what? This music reminds me of Ocarina of Time. It has a certain feel to it. I forget, well, I'm crap at distinguishing those type of instruments anyway. But there's a certain instrument that comes in. What's that instrument? Is it a piccolo? I don't even know if I pronounced that right. I'm not sure. Well, I'll comment on it if I remember to when that section comes in. Because it really does remind me of Ocarina of Time. Makes me think of, shit, I forget the name of the place. The place right at the beginning. With the great secretary. What was the place called? Well, whatever. I guess all the events were, in order to make sure everyone had enough room, I guess all the events were organized to be held outside, on school grounds, definitely quite large by any other school standards.
It's nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
Yeah, much nicer than the hustle and bustle outside. We take our time and... Oh, the music's stopping, isn't it? Is it? No, it's still going on. We take our time and slowly walk through the first floor of the school, eventually reaching the stairs to the second floor. I can't help but notice how Lily anticipates every door and obstacle, her cane remaining still and her hands skating along the hallway railings. You really know school well, don't you? She smiles and nods straight ahead. That, right there. What is that instrument? And whatever it does, it reminds me of Ocarina of Time, that bit does. She smiles and nods straight ahead.
I've been here for a few years now, so I know where everything is. The dorms still trip me up though, sometimes. I haven't been there as long, and they're not as well laid out as the main building. If I'm remembering right, there used to be unused buildings before being renovated and used as dormitories.
That explains why the male and female dorms look different from the outside and why their rooms seem kind of unusual for sleep quarters. I assume she'd been living in dormitories since she began attending school. Now I'm reminded of what she said yesterday. That's right, you mentioned that before. I'd assume that most of the students here lived in the dormitories once they enrolled. A lot of them seem to, in any case. Lily's expression becomes somewhat harder to read, like questioning, evidently touching on a delicate point.
Well, how should I say? Everyone has their reasons.
Something tells me that one of those with reasons is Hanako, hence her tiptoeing around the answer. Her own predicament is yet another such case. I guess it's a choice everyone here would have to make for themselves, or in my instance, have made for them. Can't be helped, I suppose. At least Yamako itself seems like a nice place.
It's good to hear you say that. I thought you were coming to dislike it.
What about you, though? My reversal of Lily's statement takes her by surprise.
I've been here for a while, so...
It's not that. You just seem pretty depressed about Akira. What's with that look?
Akira's taken. Sorry, Hisao.
Lily never sees how fast my palm meets my face as her sly accusation. Hey, I was worried about you. That's no way to respond to concern. You know, he said about that, but, you know, facepalm, if it comes like, you know, proper facepalm sound, she'll be like, haha, I made him facepalm. Well, she gives an amused grin way around the corner of the hallway and enter the library. As we do so, it isn't hottest but Hanako, considering that the room is completely devoid of anyone else. Oh, that reminds me, remember when I commented on this freaking bookshelf? I know I was like, these aren't really well detailed, man. And it's like, the artist must have been like, I can't be asked. And you know what? Since then, I've actually given it a try myself. Because, like, in the story that I'm writing, I was like, thinking it's like, I want to try drawing some of the background scenery that I envisioned in my mind. And I just couldn't do it. And I tried doing this perspective kind of bookshelf kind of thing, because there's a hidden library. And it just didn't look right, like the perspective didn't look right at all, but some of the books and all that kind of looked nice, and it has this kind of look to it as well. You know, where it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, you line the books up like that, and then you gotta kind of go to the side, and then you can like add in shapes like that. It's easier to do with Manga Studio that I used for it, because, well, you can like have straight lines and all that, instead of have to freaking try your luck just drawing out. Well, you could use a ruler, but that's still a pain in the ass and all. So I'll show the image of it here. I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, it's just like, it is a pain in the ass to draw detail on freaking loads of books, you know, especially if you're just using it as a background of sorts. As we do so, it is not as bad as the room is completely divided. Given, and then this one is just like, this is obviously like a kind of posterized image, like an actual photo, I imagine. Given that there are no staff around, I guess there's no need to heed the usual library rules. I call out to her. Hey, Hanako.
Hanako is here.
As she hears our voices, Hanako's head flicks up from behind a book, probably the same one she's been reading on Friday.
Hisao, Lily.
Just before we drop by, Lily just managed to escape from the noodle stall with a little help.
That wasn't really an escape.
There's that pout face again. Hanako gives a small giggle, briefly surprising both of us.
I just thought that Lily might not be enjoying the festival.
Well, now we can enjoy it together, right? The two nod happily before we set out of the library and towards the festivities. I hand over... Wait. Ah, no, it's kanji again, isn't it? Wait, that isn't, though. Wait. I think we may have found something I could translate, potentially. Also, that right there. I think that's used to kind of, like, mean that the, letter, word, whatever that comes before is kind of, like, longer, essentially. Let's try to translate. Just like waste time. But at least some of these seem like I could potentially figure it out. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, even if I can translate it, like decipher it, it's still in Japanese. I can't whatever. Whatever. So that is. Where's that Pac-Man face? Where is that Pac-Man face? Actually, what type of Pac-Man face is that? Just refer to it as the Pac-Man face. Wait. Okay. I think it might be Do. Where are you? Where is it? You better not be a freaking kanji character and I just freaking going over this for no reason. Feel like a freaking car engine with that sound. I can't find the character, so screw it. Well, it's no, it's got that same character again. No, son of a bitch. Maybe this one. Okay, we got katakana, I think, for that. Yeah, that's so. And wait, is it combining the two or what here? Still find the language very confusing indeed. Is that what? What? Yeah. What did I do? What? Man, this reminds me of freaking whenever I'm at the college and go on to the quiz in the freaking course, and just like, what is the correct spelling? Then I'm like, shit, I'm deciphering the shit here. Oh man, where are my notes? Son of a bitch. Why am I even doing this? I've already freaking lost track. Where was that one that I at the start? What have we got so far? We got nothing because I can't freaking find where it is. Oh wait. Yes, so. And is the other one in hiragana or what? Because I'm confused. Because whatever is in hiragana. I don't think there's a katakana that has that shape. So do, and what the fuck is where is that one? You know, the cicadas really make this scene, man. They really. Oh wait, I just freaking realized that one right there. The character is wait. Oh shit, I've already lost track. Where is it? It's Rue. I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation. So where was that other one again? Biru? Biru? What? That can't be right. I have no idea. Anyway, let's go back to this. That's... Actually, wait, what one was I translating again? Oh, wait. Fuck, I've already forgot. Was it that one? Yeah, it was that one. Where was that one? Oh, it's right next to it, actually. I have no idea. Fuck this shit. Let's just get on with it. I hand over some change to go behind the counter and take the 2 styrofoam cups of tea. I try to exaggerate my bow a bit to cover for the fact that she's quite obviously deaf. Come to think of it, I probably should have asked for help instead of leaving those 2 in the gardens while I bought drinks. Trying to juggle the 2 cups of hot tea for them and a can of coffee for myself out of a vending machine isn't exactly easy. With some careful maneuvering though, I managed to keep everything stable and upright as I walk over to a bench where Lilly and Hanako are sitting and chatting. It's actually quite a nice place, lit only by moonlight. It's tucked away some distance from the main events. Compared to how hot it had been during the day, this spot is also pleasantly cool by now. Not that it matters all that much. Most of the visitors have moved to areas that are either close to the fireworks or higher on the hill in order to view the display apparently planned.
Welcome back, Hisao.
Her ears are good. I'm not exactly close, and even Hanako hasn't noticed me. Here you go. Sorry it's instant, but that's all they had left by now. Hanako gently takes the cup from my right hand, and I gently place the other into Lily's outstretched hands.
Did you enjoy the festival then, Hisao?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. An honest answer, much of the food may have been somewhat subpar, but it was a lot of fun in the end, especially with Hanako and Lily. In fact, I think those two may have enjoyed themselves even more than I did. With both Lily and I around, much of Hanako's withdrawn nature around, others died down enough for her to enjoy herself. As we sit drinking, the whistle of the fireworks rings out before it explodes into a vibrant shower of blue against the night sky, heralding the beginning of the end of the festival. Enthusiastic shouts can be heard from the crowd scattered around the school grounds celebrating them. For minutes on end, Hanako and I watch the fireworks overhead as Lily blissfully listens to them with her eyes shut. Red, green, yellow, star-shaped, circular in patterns, and all manner of shapes and colours fill the air, one after the other, and dance across the sky. No place near where I live put on such lavish displays. Festivals like this were a thing of the past in such a metropolitan area. To be seeing such a sight with these two, it's probably the happiest I've been in a long while.
So that's it, the festival's finally ending.
Yep. She gives a delicate wistful sigh.
As much as I might complain about all the stuff we have to do, it's still sad that we'll have graduated before the next Yumaku's festival.
I walk forwards and stand beside Lily, gently resting a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, we still have Tanabata late in the year, right?
You're right, it would be nice to go there when it comes.
Minutes of silence pass, with only the blast of the fireworks to be heard. Seeing these two reminds me of those words of advice Lily had given me as we walked into town together. Cherish the opportunity to make new friends, huh? Hey, Lily. She turns her head slightly to show that she's listening, Hanako's gaze still firmly fixed on the Technicolor fireworks bursting overhead. Mind if I join you two for tea every now and again? A smile on her face is more than enough to see her answer.
It would be a pleasure, Hisao.